The first two generations by the time the Avensis 3 appeared, proved to be worthy in the secondary market. Reliable engines, resource transmissions, suspension resistant to our conditions, enviable corrosion resistance. However, the reviews of specialists and owners indicate that the T270, the internal index of the model, even surpassed its predecessors in some points of reliability. Its characteristics are optimized in such a way that maintenance and repairs do not provoke serious financial problems for the owners. However, there are moments in which the advantages of the machine do not look so obvious. The car was offered with 3 gasoline atmospheric engines with a volume of 1.6, 132 horsepower, 1.8, 147 horsepower, and 2 liters, 152 horsepower, although in Europe there were also a couple of reliable turbo diesels with a volume of 2 and 2.2 liters. In 2011, the car was restyled. In our country, by the way, Avensis was not particularly popular, while Corolla and Camry were breaking all imaginable and unimaginable records. Perhaps that is why, after restyling, Avensis had the only 147 horsepower engine left, and soon the model completely left our market. But the transmission raised more questions. The cars were equipped with a 6-speed mechanics or a variator. The machine relied only on a 150 horsepower European diesel engine with a volume of 2.2 liters, but this sweet couple in our latitudes is a rare guest. The manual transmission has repeatedly attracted the attention of owners and mechanics with a rumble in first gear. Later, the appearance of an unpleasant sound in other gears was also noted. At first, even the bulkhead of the box did not save him for a long time. However, time has shown that the howl turned out to be harmless, it does not progress, and in the end it does not affect the resource of the unit. In a word, the rumble was recorded in the features of the box. Happen with the MCP and other minor misunderstandings. For example, fuzzy gear shifting, which is usually caused by a release bearing. However, all this is not critical, and cases are not frequent. That's what people are afraid of earnestly and selflessly, so it's a variator, even though in our case there are not many reasons for this. The reason for the fears was the failure of the box. Buying a new variator can cost 100,000 hryvnia or more, but repairs often cost 20 to 30,000. In addition, the general practice is that trouble-free runs of 150 to 200,000 km for this transmission are in the order of things. Running shows itself perfectly. The suspension may require intervention only after 100,000 km of run, when the wear of the stabilizer bushings manifests itself with a characteristic tapping. But other knocks, already in the steering, can also make themselves known at low runs. One of the reasons is the backlash in the spline connection, which is eliminated by stuffing grease. This is perhaps one of the most vulnerable nodes, since even replacing the steering column assembly does not eliminate the problem for a long time. There are also complaints about the tapping of the front calipers. The officials changed the guide bushings and put in more lubricant. However, as in the previous case, these measures are enough for the same 15 to 20,000 kilometers. Iron shouldn't be a problem. Sturdy, doesn't rust easily. Of course, after a few years, the chrome of the external decor becomes tarnished, covered with spots. There is a problem of fogging the front optics. The salon as a whole is of high quality, but the aging of the car is primarily manifested here. It happens that when the temperature drops, the plastic begins to creak. The latter, by the way, willingly leaves scratches on itself after accidental contact with hard objects. And the leather on the steering wheel can get pretty shabby after 30,000 kilometers. There are also nuances in electrical with electronics, although these minor problems have never been systemic. In a word, Avensis 3 does not give any particular reason to complain about itself, which is why visits to the service promise to be not too burdensome. The main reason for concern remains the variator. But you should not be afraid of him either if the car has a transparent service history. We safely recommend any version of the model, including European diesel ones. Do not hesitate, Avensis knows how to save money for its owner, perhaps even better than other colleagues in the shop.